Good afternoon, everyone. We will start with a new system. It is a respiratory system. The respiratory system is mainly concerned with the delivery of oxygen from the atmosphere to tissues. Okay, so mainly it include the lungs. So it will helpful for the exchange of gas like oxygen and carbon dioxide from the tissue to the atmosphere. So what will happen? So from the atmosphere, the oxygen get diffused into the lungs, and from the lungs the carbon dioxide is expired to the atmosphere. So this exchange of gases will be takes place at the level of lungs. Okay, so it is called external respiration. So there are two processes of respiration. One is internal respiration and external respiration. Okay, internal respiration and external respiration. The exchange of gases at the level of lungs, we call it as external respiration, that is between the lungs and atmosphere. Okay, then internal respiration means between the tissue and to the blood. Okay, oxygen is diffused into the tissues from blood, and at the same time carbon dioxide is diffused into the blood from the tissues. That means the exchange of gases is taking place between the tissue and blood. Okay, so that is called internal respiration. So internal respiration is taking place between the tissues and blood. Okay, tissue and blood. Next, coming to the parts of the respiratory system. It's already finished in anatomy class, so I will not tell details with the parts, because the main in physiology we will learn what is the functions, how the gases exchange is taking place. Okay, how it is transported. So this is a little bit difficult to understand, because it is concerned with the atmosphere and body. Okay, so atmosphere is external part. Okay, so internal between our body part and the external environment, there is a connection we have to talk. Okay, coming to the parts of the respiratory system. So it will start with the nasal. Okay, then pharynx. The pharynx will divide it into two. One is the esophagus and larynx. So esophagus is whatever the food you are taking, it is passing to the esophagus, then to the stomach. But here we will deal with the pharynx, then larynx, then trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, and at the end it is alveoli. So alveoli is very important because it is a structural and functional unit of respiratory system. Okay, alveoli is the structural and functional unit of respiratory system, and the gas exchange takes place only in alveoli and blood. Okay, in the blood vessels. So whatever I told na, so trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, so that will tell about a conducting zone. That means it will conduct the air. So from the atmosphere, so through these parts, the air is entering the lungs. Okay, so that is a conducting zone. Only it will conduct. There is no exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide is not taking place. That is only taking place in alveoli. Okay, so this is the parts. Okay, the trachea, then bronchi, then bronchioles, then the terminal bronchial and alveoli. So important values, normal values note down. Okay, the respiratory rate, that is a 12 to 18 per minute. Okay, so respiratory rate heart rate is not same. Heart rate is number of impulses produced by SA node. Okay. Here the respiratory rate is respiration. How many times you are respirating per minute? So that is 12 to 18 per minute. So per minute you are taking oxygen 250 ml. Okay. So 250 ml of oxygen you are taking per minute. At the same time, the 200 ml of carbon dioxide is expelling. Okay, expulsion per minute carbon dioxide is 200 ml. Okay, so it is not same. So oxygen is more you are taking. Okay. Coming to the what will happen during inspiration. Okay, inspiration. During inspiration, the air enters the lungs from atmosphere. Okay, air enters the lungs from atmosphere. At the same time, after inspiration, then there will be a expiration. So it will not take place simultaneously. Okay, so after inspiration, then there is a expiration. So expiration, during which air leaves the lungs. Okay, air leaves the lungs. The same thing. Okay, so tracheobronchial tree is what it contains. So these are terminal bronchioles and these are the alveoli where the gaseous exchange is taking place. Next, coming to the, we divide this entire respiratory tract into two. One is a conducting zone, another one is a respiratory zone. Okay, so in the conducting zone, the part which is extending from the nasal up to bronchioles. Okay, up to terminal bronchioles, because our bronchioles get divided into many times. So we call it generations. Okay, so no need of reading those things. So just remember, so from trachea up to the terminal bronchiole, so we call it as a, it is a respiratory tract. Okay, so also known as conducting zone. So this conducting zone only conduct the air in and out. Okay, air in and out. So it will form an anatomical dead space. So what is the dead space? Dead space. So dead space is a part of the respiratory system in which, in spite of air is present, but it does not take part in exchange of gas. Clear? Dead space means the air is present, but that air is not involved in an exchange of gas. Okay, so that is anatomical dead space, and there is a physiological dead space. Okay, so in the anatomical dead space, so both are same, the exchange of gases will not taking place. Okay, so here it is about 150 ml. That means 150 ml of air is present in this space. Okay, 150 ml of air is present in this space, but it is not involved in exchange of gas. Clear? It will not involved in exchange of gas. Physiological dead space means some of the alveoli which is not involved in exchange of gas. Okay, understood? Conducting zone. So conducting zone only conduct the air in and out. So that is from trachea up to the terminal bronchiole. So here the air is present, but it is not involved in exchange of gas. So in this 150 ml is a normal dead space air. Okay, next come to the alveoli. So in the alveoli, so very important is there are two types of cells are present. Okay, two types of cells. One is type 1 cells. Type 1 cells, also call it type 1 pneumocytes. Okay, here it is a site of exchange of gases between alveolus and blood. Okay, so it is involved in exchange of gas, that's all. Okay, type 1 cells. In the type 2 cells, so type 2 cells mainly secrete alveolar fluid and surfactant. Alveolar fluid. So that means inside the alveoli, so suppose this is alveoli, so like this alveoli are present. It is like a balloon, okay. So inside there is a alveolar fluids are present, okay. So a thin layer of alveolar fluid, and very important is surfactant, okay. So inner surface of the alveoli is lined by a alveolar fluid with thin surface film of surfactant. Okay, understood? So there are two types of cells, type 1 cells, type 2 pneumocytes. So type 1 cells are involved in gases exchange between alveoli and blood, and type 2 cells are in mainly secrete alveolar fluid and surfactant. So other than these cells also contain PAMS, lymphocytes, plasma cells, APUD cells and mast cells. Okay, so all are very important, which is involved in other functions. Okay. So that is the alveoli. So in the alveoli, just remember the type 1 and type 2 cells. Type 1 cells are involved in exchange of gas. Type 2 cells are involved in that will mainly secrete alveolar fluid and surfactant. Next come to respiratory membrane. So respiratory membrane, which is formed between the alveoli and pulmonary vessels. So you know the lungs, mainly the blood vessels which is present in the lungs because pulmonary vessels. So blood circulation called pulmonary circulation. So exchange of gases takes place between the pulmonary vessels and this is the alveoli. Okay, between the alveoli and the blood vessels there is a respiratory membrane. Membrane you know, right, a layer. Okay, so that is form a respiratory membrane. So whenever the gas enters here, like oxygen enters here, so that get diffused into the RBC cells which is present in the blood, right? So at the same time the carbon dioxide from the RBC cells get exchanged with the oxygen. So carbon dioxide and oxygen. So you will see how the respiratory membrane is formed. So respiratory membrane mainly contain a 6 layers. Okay, 6 layers. So this is the alveolar part. This is blood. Okay. The first layer will come is fluid and surfactant layer. So this is I am talking about the this is alveoli. So this is blood vessel. Okay. This is blood vessel. So between this is a this. Okay. So one is a fluid and surfactant layer. Then second one is alveolar epithelium. Okay, alveolar epithelium. The third one is formed by both basement membrane. Okay, so if you write just basement membrane is enough. Basement membrane. Third one is basement membrane. So between the epithelial and capillary basement membrane, there is one space called interstitial space. Okay. So next come to capillary, means vessels, blood vessels. Okay, capillaries. So it's a capillary endothelium. So from the capillary through capillary endothelium, then there is a come to plasma, then RBC. So oxygen is moving like this. enter the RBC. Oxygen. At the same time, from RBC, the carbon dioxide is passing through this. Come here. So oxygen here. Understood? This is the respiratory membrane. Okay, respiratory membrane. Next, come to the pleura. So pleura, you know. So around the lungs, a membrane called a pleura that covers the lungs. Okay, there are two types of pleura. Means, suppose this is lungs. So outer side there is a pleura layer is there, a membrane that covers the lungs called pleura. So pleura is having visceral and parietal pleura. Okay, visceral and parietal pleura. The visceral layer will continues to form a membrane that covering the inner wall of the thoracic cage. So here the thoracic cage will come, right? Thoracic cage. So this is visceral pleura. So that will continuous with the thoracic cage, and the lining, the membrane which lining the inner part is known as parietal pleura. There is a space is present. Okay, there is a space is present between this parietal and visceral pleura called pleural space. Okay, pleural space. This pleural space is filled with a fluid called pleural fluid. Okay, so that means in this space the fluid is present, that is called pleural fluid. That is enough. Okay, so pleura is having, it is a lining, that it is a membrane that lines the lungs, cover the lungs. It has parietal pleura and visceral pleura. Both visceral and parietal layer, between these there is a space called pleural space. The fluid is filled in this space. So why I am telling? So because of this presence of the fluid, so negative pressure will be created. The air will enter the lungs. Okay, it has a suction pressure. Understood? Okay, that completes the pleura. Next, coming to the non-respiratory function. So respiratory function, you know, is the exchange of gas. But apart from that, the respiratory system having a other functions like body defense. Means it whatever the air will enter the nose, so it will filter the foreign particles. Okay, and also defense against bacteria, because mainly it secretes the lymphocytes, right? So acts as against the bacteria. Then regulate the blood volume and BP, blood pressure. Okay, then regulate the body water volume of the body fluids. So very important in regulating the acid base balance. Okay, important acid base balance. Then the mast cells secrete the heparin. So heparin is a anticoagulant. So it also helps for a speech. So these are the non-respiratory functions of respiratory system.